International Youth Program under the
The
umbrella
audio
for
is
Global Peace. Let's talk. Yes. So, Dr. Ramat, please take the floor. I really adore your leadership and you are a good servant leader. Otherwise, thank you very much and take the floor.
really fluctuating.
Yes, we can hear you from my end. It is very clear, loud and clear.
Okay. Okay. Am I on? Am I on the floor now?
Yes, yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dedan Omondi. Thank you to everyone who is here present today. I am Dr. Ramat Ali Mohammed, the Director of the International Youth Program, GPLT. To our amazing CEO, Dr. Nikki Dupina, executives and officers of Global Peace Let's Talk, distinguished guests, esteemed partners, and most importantly, the vibrant and inspiring youth who are joining us today. Welcome to this official launch of the International Youth Program chapter. It is an honor to be here today with you as we embark on this transformative journey together, united by a shared commitment to empowering the next generation and shaping a brighter, more inclusive future. Today marks a significant milestone, a moment where passion, purpose, and potential converge to create a platform that amplifies the voices, ideas, and aspirations of young people worldwide. The International Youth Program chapter is more than an initiative. It is a movement driven by the belief that youth are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but the change makers of today. We hope to create a world where every young person has the opportunity to thrive, lead, and contribute meaningfully to their communities and the global society. We envision a future where the youth are empowered with the tools, knowledge, and networks to drive innovation, foster sustainable development, and bridge divides across cultures and borders. The International Youth Program chapter inspires, equips, and connects young leaders through transformative programs, mentorship, and collaborative opportunities. We are dedicated to nurturing skills, fostering resilience, and promoting inclusive dialogue to empower the youth to address global challenges and create lasting impact. As we launch this chapter, we are committed to building a dynamic, inclusive, and action-oriented community through workshops, leadership training, cultural exchanges, and advocacy initiatives. We aim to unlock the limitless potential of young people and provide them with a platform to shape the world they inherit. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our CEO, Dr. Nikki Dupina, supporters, partners, and the incredible team that has worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life. Most importantly, I thank each of you, our youth, for your energy, creativity, and courage. You are the heart of this program. And together, we will build a legacy of impact and inspiration. Let us embark on this journey with boldness and unity. Here's to the International Youth Program chapter, a catalyst to change, a beacon of hope, and a testament to the power of youth. Let's make history together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramat. Thank you very much. That is a very insightful presentation, and we are very glad for you, Dr. Ramat. And through your leadership, I hope we are going to continue and we are going to work together and we will go far. So that is my appreciation as per now. Okay, this initiative, International Youth Program, it is very helpful and it will help to engage various youths across the globe so that we can converge together and do amazing work. Remember, youth nowadays are the future, and this journey will help a lot of will help various community to embrace and even to do more on peace. Otherwise, thank you very much. So, without further ado, I have our next segment is what does global peace means to you? That is a critical question. What does global peace mean to you? Yes, as a peace builder, because some of us, we are a member of Global Peace Let's Talk, and every moment we just talk about peace, peace, peace. What do you mean by the word global peace? Yes, so I'm going to share a link so that you can tell us. You just mentioned a few words. What a few words portraying about global peace. So you will tell us. I'm just about to share the link, and feel free to give out or to share the feedback. We will really appreciate. Yes, just a minute. I'm sharing the link. Okay. Just a minute. It is opening up. Yes. Now I'm sharing a link on the chat. Copy that link and paste. Yes, I have shared the link, and if you can scan the QR code, I'm going to share. Yes, just open and give your feedback on that. Just open and give your feedback. We will really appreciate. And if at all you want to scan the QR code, let me share my screen. Uh-huh. Yes. I hope you can all see my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, please.
What does global peace mean to you? So you can also scan the QR code there, or you can just use the link and you share the feedback. Yes, we will be able to see your feedback here. We can also discuss about the feedback. Yes, dignified life for everyone. That is good. Wonderful session today. That is good. Just share what do you understand by the term grassroots sustainability. That is very okay. Yes, let us just share those feedback because we are learning from those feedback. So we have grassroots sustainability, we have dignified life for everyone, and let us continue sharing. You can also scan QR code. What does global peace mean to you? Yes, we can see peace, education, knowledge, good. Yes, we have global freedom. That is wonderful. So we can see different meaning of global peace. Yes, we have various different meaning. I'm still waiting for the response. Uh, yes, what does global peace mean to you? What does global peace means to you? If at all it is it needs a code, yes, communication, correct. If at all it needs a code is up there. You can check a code is up there 234-29801. So if after opening that link and it needs a code, a code is 234-29801. That is the code. Yes. So let us just continue sharing a feedback. It is very, very important. We have 2 minutes for this. We have 2 minutes for this. Then we jump into another segment. Okay, okay. Peace, education, knowledge. Saidu, somebody has just has just shared uh, his name or her name. Okay, fine. Okay. We have family, good. We have stable relationship, good. How do you understand the global peace? Yeah, peace across the globe. Yes. Yes, we have 2 minutes. Then we jump to another segment. Remember, these are just the points that are being shared. We have a stable relationship. Now I'm getting to know various meaning of global peace. Yes. Good life to everyone. Good life to everyone. That is wonderful. Yes. So we are going to close that. And now you can see the different meaning. How do you understand the global peace? We understand global peace in different ways, and I love this. Thank you very much. So let us go to another segment. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Let me stop. Good. So thank you very much. Let us proceed to the next segment. And yeah, pleasure to those who have participated for that. The next segment, where I want to welcome our keynote address. That is Dr. Janet Pereira. Yes, I can say a few words about Dr. Janet Pereira because we have been working together to manage an international training of trainers. It has been a long journey toward that training. It was a 12-week training, and Janet has been supporting me ever. I prefer to say that he's a a good servant leader, and he's very open to support at any given time, any day, anytime. It doesn't matter whether it is midnight, morning, or afternoon, and is very open to support in any way or the other. So I really love to work with Janet Pereira, and I really adore his leadership. Yeah, in years to come, I hope I will be like Janet Pereira. Yes. Thank you very much, and welcome, Janet, so that you can talk to the audience and share more insights about peace building across the globe. Otherwise, thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you, Dedan. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, very loud and clear.
Right, okay. So it's a pleasure to be here with everyone today. Thank you so much for inviting me and giving me the honor of delivering the keynote address on a very important topic, especially how young people can drive peace and change. So it's good to see some of you switching on your cameras. It's always a pleasure to see who you are. So if possible, please switch on your cameras, and I would like to see you, and it would be a good, opportunity to meet and say hi to each other. So I prepared a set of slides for this address because I think this is something important. So let me try to share the screen. Yes, I hope you can see the screen.
Yes, yes.
Right, brilliant. So can you see my slides actually? Are they moving?
Yes, yes.
Right, brilliant. So thank you so much. And to begin with, youth are driving peace and change in the world. So it's a very important aspect to be discussed today. And my congratulations to the International Youth Program, headed by Dr. Ramat, inspired by Dr. Nikki, and supported by the entire Global Peace Let's Talk team. So the International Youth Programs tries to build peace together with young people, to inspire, to encourage young people to take up leadership. Because today, young people are the leaders. They are the people who can make change. In several countries, people have lost faith in the traditional leadership. And we see young people as the catalyst of change. So it's very important to inspire young people, encourage them to build peace, to drive change. So my congratulations to the newly launching chapter of Global Peace Let's Talk, the International Youth Program. So I think here we have identified three important things in my perspective. Number one, we recognize that young people are the catalysts of change. They are the change makers. They are shaping global peace today, not just future leaders. We say children, young people are future leaders. I disagree. They are also current leaders. So they are not just future leaders, they are change makers. We can see them driving change in the society right now, even though their impact or the change that they make can be equivalent to the resources that they have, because young people, they have certain resources, and those resources are not the resources that the adult generation have. So there might be a difference in impact, difference in scale and intensity. However, they are making change. So it's important to identify that young people are driving change as catalysts. The second point that I wanted to discuss is global collaboration. It's important to talk globally and act locally. It's important that we connect, we develop cross-border cooperation. And that is something very important because then only we can learn about other countries, other cultures, and build an inclusive and equitable world. The third thing is our focus is a vision for peace. The program is envisioning a peaceful, inclusive world where every young person has opportunity to thrive and contribute to change. So this is something very interesting in my perspective. And I think all of the young people here, they are committed for that change process. So the power of youth needs to be unleashed. And especially, nearly half the world is under 30. So if I go to the 2022 statistics, the world population has reached 8 billion people. And when it comes to those between 15 and 29 years, less than 30, you have 1.8 billion people. That is around 23% of the globe. So 1/4 of the globe is nearly young people. And especially young people have different age denominations. In some countries, it's 15 to 24, 15 to 29, 15 to 35, right? So also young, when you say young person, it is a socio-cultural construct. So if you think about the young people, there are so many young people in the world. If you look at certain countries like the Gambia, I think about 77% of the Gambian population are young people. So you see that young people is a huge dividend for peace, and we need to unleash that. So there is this demographic impact. They are trying to bring out new solutions. The world has sometimes failed them. We have given young people, I mean, the entire world, the generations, have given young people a world to act where there are so many chaos. There's climate action issues. There's issues in social justice. There is issue of lack of innovation. And young people have taken up these challenges. They are trying to do new things, innovations that can solve climate action, solve social justice conflict issues, and bring out innovation across cultures to bring out a new perspective. And also, I think young people, they are digitally fluent. So we live in a new society. The old order has changed because there's always changes in the world. And now we live in a digital society. The Gen Z revolution is taking place. So in such a place and an era, the young people can contribute with innovation, with new ideas. And I think that is something very important. So I wish to speak a little bit about the South Asian experience because I'm from South Asia. I'm originally from Sri Lanka. And if I look at some of the things that happened in the last couple of years, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, I think we had a lot of youth-led mobilizations. Young people took to the streets. Young people wanted change. Young people were not happy. The news in South Asia was all about young people. Young people not being happy with what's happening in the world because it's not a nice place to live anymore. So they wanted change. So they mobilized in their countries against corruption, against inequality, and they wanted to make change. And I think that is something which we need to celebrate. We need to look at these case studies. We need to learn from these case studies and understand what young people did correctly, what young people did not do correctly, and learn from these, because young people can make the change. They can collectively mobilize and move forward to bring out peace. And I think one of the main lessons is that young people together, they demonstrate power that can change the status quo. And also, something particularly important is the importance of nonviolence, because some of these mobilizations converted into violence, and that did not help. So the importance of unity, discipline, commitment to nonviolence are the key to sustainable movements and making change. So young people will be dissatisfied, they will be frustrated. But as a fellow young person, what I would encourage my fellow younger brothers, sisters, is to never take violence as the path, but to think about non-violent alternatives that can foster change. So if I go to 3 quick examples, the first one is Sri Lanka's youth revolution that took place in 2022. It's called the protest of love. We use the term the protest of love because it is a peaceful youth-led movement responding to Sri Lanka's severe economic crisis. In 2022, there was no electricity, there was no gas, there was no essential food items, and young people were the first to mobilize and stand for justice. They were not happy with the government who economically mismanaged the country's resources. And what were their methods of protesting? How was their change done? They used vigils, singing, sharing food, cultural expressions, music, dance, theater. And they tried to demand for accountability, expressing that people across the different ethnic groups, linguistic groups are united because we want political impact. And actually, the government resigned. A massive political change spiraled the country. And the credit should go to the young people because they were trying to ask for peace and justice. They were recollecting the violent history of the country. The state enforced violence, and they were requesting accountability, justice, change. And that is exactly what they were able to achieve. If I quickly take to Bangladesh, another South Asian country, we saw Bangladesh youth also coming to the street. They were not happy with what was happening. So they started with mostly peaceful protest, demanding equality and a merit-based job quota system in Bangladesh. Because young people, especially when you say 15 to 30, when it comes to 18 plus, normally even 15 plus, you wanted your economic role. Young people are the economic, highlighters. So in Bangladesh, they were not happy with the unequal privilege-based system. So they wanted to engage with the process of making change. However, there were clashes. There were violence between the protesters, pro-government groups, security forces. And it highlighted to the world the importance of maintaining non-violent discipline, preserving moral authority. Achieving lasting reform is actually possible through non-violence. But we need to commend young people for coming together to request democracy, egalitarian principles, equality. One last example is the very recent Nepal's Gen Z uprising. So when we talk about today's young people, they belong to this category called Gen Z, right? It's a new category. It's with technology. It's with making change through technological possibilities. And this is the digital generation. And they were waking up. There was a ban on social media, which curbed the freedom of expression, and they were not happy with it. It triggered a movement of young people standing up against rampant corruption. They were not happy with the political elites' corruption. They realized that, we need a change. We need better economic opportunities. And there was this escalation to violence, which we do not believe in because there were clashes. But once again, it highlighted the importance of nonviolent discipline, because with violence, we cannot proceed anywhere. So these examples are particularly important. What can we learn from these? I have 5 messages to be delivered here. Number 1, when you are advocating for peace, you need to advocate with love, with kindness, with humanity, with creativity. Peaceful protest builds trust and unites community, while violence harms progress and legitimacy. So when you are advocating for peace in any possible manner, it's important to remain non-violent. That is important. Number 2, you need to ascribe or attribute to the unity in diversity, because youth collaboration across the different, differences strengthens the voice for inclusion and justice. So it's very important that we unite in diversity. We need to forget the differences of sex, gender, ethnicity, religion, race, and we need to unite together as one group of young people. The most important one, I would say, is creative action from frustration. Young people are not happy with the status quo, and we easily feel frustrated, especially because there's this cultural conception that young people have the boiling blood, because maybe the lack of social experience to a particular degree. But how can we transform that frustration into art, dialogue, advocacy that can foster constructive societal change? That is the thing that you need to ponder about. And always you need to protect the vulnerable. Justice is about safeguarding all individuals, avoiding harm even during the protest or any form of action you do. And then, most importantly, inspiring hope. You need to choose peace and compassion. And peace and compassion can inspire your future generations towards justice and solidarity. So the program's vision, when I look through, is youth empowerment, empowering young people, facilitating young people to become architects of peace and positive change in the communities, then also to build sustainable livelihoods, enable young people to be the change makers, and they need to be self-sufficient. So they need to have sustainable livelihoods. Then cross-border collaboration for knowledge, resource sharing, that is also particularly important. And then fostering leadership, creativity, so that we can build a just and an equitable world. That is what we need right now. So my call to action for the young people is to co-create peace. You need to co-create peace together with others in your society, and take one project at a time. And you need to play a crucial role by sharing ideas, participating actively, you need to take up decision-making power. You need to take up implementing power. You should not just be consulted. You need to be the architects of the peace that you want. And you need to build cross-generational bridges or intergenerational bridges. Connect with the elder generation. Connect with your younger generation. Work together and have the global community support. Partner with organizations, movements, together with their mentorship, shared dreams, shared resources, we can make change possible. So the conclusion is, let's build peace together. We'll think about peace beyond conflict. Peace means justice, opportunity, and hope, not just the absence of conflict. I'm very happy to see some of the responses we had in the activity Omondi shared, because peace is multi-perspective. So we need to take that. We need to choose dialogue over division so that we can effectively build peace with dialogue unity, overcoming apathy through action, and inspiring generational action. Because every generation can rise to greatness by embracing hope and building peace collectively. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I'm happy to answer any questions if you have any. But I hope what I shared is something important to your life and has some valuable advice for young change makers to become architects of peace. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Janet. Thank you, and we really appreciate. So to say something, it is very important. The only generation you can't lie to is the Gen Z, Generation Z. You can't lie to such people because they are well conversant with the skills to do with the IT, to do with the even the structures of leadership. They know. So you cannot lie to them. So these ones will go to the leaders who are present. I hope we always have difficult when you are relating leaders and the young generation. So it is very, very important so that we give them a chance, they explore. Nowadays, in so many countries, young generation, they want to take leadership. But you remember, because they are seeing that what's the old generation are doing are not impressing them. So they are trying to grab the opportunity so that they can do them themselves. So it is upon us, we do our level best so that we can all embrace peace across the globe. Thank you very much. I really appreciate Dr. Janet. It is very, very, very insightful message, and we will really take note on the various points you've just mentioned. So I want to go to the next segment, which is very, very important. It is an activity as well before we jump to another segment, which is very important. Yes, we really need encourage your interaction and your participation. So, vision for peace, vision for peace, vision for peace. Actionable steps youth can take to engage and promote peace in their communities. Actionable steps youth can take to engage and promote peace in their communities. After this activity, we are going to jump into the guest speaker, and that is Dr. Mugisho Ndabuli, DRC. So before that, let us share our opinion. I can share the same link again because I know maybe you. Let me share the same link again so that You can check through the charts. You copy that link. Copy that link, and if it is asking about QR code, I'm going to share the screen so that you can see the code. Yes. I hope you can see my screen. Yes, I hope you can see. Actionable steps. You can either scan the QR code or on top here you will see the code. So please share your points, actionable steps youth can take to engage and promote peace in their community. Share your idea, please. Just copy the link from chats. And yes, respect. We have respect there. Thank you very much for responding. We have respect there. We need more. We need many response, please. Let us respond towards that. Actionable steps youth can take to engage and promote peace in their community. Remember, we are speaking to youths. So share your response, please. Yes, the first response, we have respect. Youth should be respectful and they should wait for their time. They know the right time to act and the right time to wait a bit. Yes, that is when we will have a mutual respect between us and we will have peace within the community. So I'm still waiting for other response, please. Yes, building nonviolence action and communication skill strategy, building nonviolence action and communication skill strategy. We have nonviolence as well. Then learn about others. I can't see this one clearly. Okay, fine. Just a minute. Yeah. So we have learn about other communities in their countries, learn about other communities in their countries. Let us bring those, yes, learn about communities living in their mother countries, correct? Being compassionate with others in their community. You can help me to read. Peace and sustainable developments. Yes. So let us continue bringing up those points. I hope we are learning from those points. And thank you very much for your participation. Youth-led workshop, learning lessons from other youths, peace movement around the world. That is great. Yes, you can see more answers are coming. Lead by example. Youths should lead by example. Youths should lead by example. So engaging in the community activities like supporting the old people and educate old generation on global peace and avoid shyness while sharing their ideas in their communities. Good. So we have 1 minute. Please, if you are sharing your point, do it as quick as possible to show the kindness to the need people. Yes. So other points, promote healthy communication habits and limit and total avoid hate speech. That is very correct. Then peace education spread all communities. So those are your points. Yes. And thank you for your interaction. It is very, very helpful. It is very, very helpful. So allow me to jump into the other segments of this session. Yes. Thank you for sharing your ideas. Thank you for sharing your ideas. So the next segment is about the guest speaker. Yes, we have Dr. Mugisho Ndabuli from DRC Congo. Dr. Mugisho has been a great leader at Global Peace Let's Talk, and he has been very supportive when it comes to various events. He is very supportive, and he is a good servant leader because he never questioned even when you requested for any support. Yes, so I really appreciate you, Mr. Dr. Mugisho, and please take the floor and speak to us. Thank you very much. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Omondi, for giving me the floor. As you've said, I'm Dr. Mugisho. I'm from DRC. I'm an executive at GPLT with a focus on women grassroots youth development. So thank you to Dr. Nikki DePina for having thought about this idea of create GPLT. This is not given to anybody. She's a great leader as well. Thanks to Dr. Ramat for being the leader of this youth program. As we have been saying, we're going to discuss how youth can be catalysts for peace. In fact, young people are the future of peace. What does it mean, in fact? It means that this peace must start today and here, for we harvest what we sow. The current and future voices of young people matter a lot to build peace across the world. So on this great day of the launch of the Young Youth Program at GPLT, I'm going to talk about how young people can be the catalysts for peace. Yeah, thank you for sharing the slides for us. Good. So to start, there is a kind of introduction. So peace is a wide concept, and we're going to take it as peace is more than absence of war. So, which means that peace is justice, peace is equity, peace is coexistence. People should live together. People should enjoy the same rights. People should have the same justice. So if we look at the world statistics, we see that young people are the majority in many societies, and Africa is leading with between 25 and 35% of the population are young people. The second is Asia, between 20 and 30%. Number 3, Latin America and Caribbean, between 18 and 28. Oceania, between 18 and 25. North America, 17 and 25%. And Europe, between 18 and 22. So if we look at these statistics, we can easily understand that majority of the population are young people, which means that the role the young people can play in creating peace, in making peace, this role is very, very crucial, is very important. The peace they can create, it is not their own peace. It is the peace for themselves. It is the peace for the communities, and it is peace for the environment. So we are on slide 2. Why should we focus on young people? As the statistics have shown, we see that majority of the people are young people, which means that young people are future leaders and change makers in their communities. they possess capacity to drive transformative change and foster lasting peace. This is possible because young people have energy, young people have ideas of innovation, and young people are resilient. We can also say that young people are the future leaders and change makers in their communities because they make the largest demographic in most societies, as we have seen in slide 1. And I said that Africa is leading with the big number of young people, between 25 and 35 of African population is young. And the last point is majority of young people are affected by conflict, yet they are powerful peace builders. So those are the 3 main points why we should focus on young people. So young people can bring change. They are change prompters. Young people can be prompters of change for peace because they can lead community dialogues and reconciliation. If there is a conflict, for example, and we involve young people, this is something very important. We are teaching everybody who is young that peace matters. We are showing them that nothing can be sorted out with brutality, but we have to go peaceful. So as they are still young, they can grow knowing that they have to solve issues in a peaceful manner. Young people can also use art. They can use music, they can use drawing to express peace. They can use media. We see this today because on social media, for example, we see they are playing games, they are organizing speeches, everything around peace. They can do that because they have that ability, they have those skills to manipulate media. And technology for awareness. Young people also are good at technology. They are tech savvy and they can use different maybe softwares. They can even create softwares in the context of supporting peace, of making awareness of peaceful ways of addressing issues. So the young people can also change. They are also change agents because they inspire non-violence and civic engagement. If we take the example of, it is an old example, but it makes sense. In 1976, there was massacre of young people in Soweto, that is in South Africa, and more or less 20,000 students from different schools, they poured on the streets of Soweto to claim their right because apartheid was just killing them. Apartheid was creating a huge context of segregation. Then of the 20,000 students who went on street, 600 unfortunately were brutally killed. So, but at the end of the day, we see that South Africa has got its independence. It's because of different forces, of course, but the role the young people played is not negligible. So young people, if they are educated, we are on slide 5. Young people, if they are educated and empowered, they can go in the way of peace. What does this mean? It means that educated and empowered youth can promote peace very well because education can foster tolerance and critical thinking in them. Tolerance means we have to understand that brutality is not the way of sorting problems. And critical thinking means that they can still create ideas. They can come up with ideas that can promote peace and not violence. Yeah, young people, if they are trained in life-changing skills, this can help them to reduce vulnerability to violence. The skills young people can have, they can still use them to support communities, to support themselves, and to support their countries. So young people, if they are empowered, they can become strong people, strong peace advocates at family, community, and societal levels. So the skills they get, because they are still very young, they have a lot of time to apply those skills, and this can bring change in communities. And this change, we have to see it as positive change. Yeah. So if we take the case of the DRC, for example, the recent launch of the Youth Peace and Security Agenda in Kinshasa, this was launched on June 17th, 2025. This is very recent. So this is part of a wider movement that aims at integrating young people into decision-making so that they can bring ideas, which ideas can foster peace, which ideas can prompt peace. Yes. Let's proceed. What can the youth do for peace? There are a lot of things young people can do when they are aspiring to peace. So young people can initiate peace through different activities. For example, they can play the mediation with grassroots in local communities. If the young people, as we have said earlier, if they are now equipped with skills, with peaceful skills, now they can go and apply this on the field. They can be mediators and very good mediators. So they can still use social media campaigns for peace and unity. I said it earlier as well. Young people are still very young. They can learn a lot of skills. And one of those skills is to use social media in a constructive way. And one of those constructive ways is to apply peace. Peace must start with themselves through the skills they have learned, and they can make this practical. Social media, for instance, they can still do it on the ground from their families and in their communities. Young people can also do peace by volunteering in post-conflict recovery projects. We have the case of the DRC again. I'm talking about DRC because I come from DRC, and this is my country that has been at war, imposed the war since 1996. Yeah. So young people are making organizations, young people are uniting, and they are bringing ideas, although the leaders are not considering those ideas. But if you look at those ideas, you see that they are ideas that can construct peace. They are ideas that can bring peace in the community. I think young people should be considered in their they should be considered regarding peace projects. What are the challenges the young people face when they want to walk on the streets, on the way of peace? In most cases, young people can fail to deal with peace because of different reasons. And here I'm going to talk about 4. We have unemployment and economic exclusion. We see that in most countries, mostly in Africa, young people have no jobs. And when somebody has no job, there is an African proverb that says, an empty stomach cannot think. So which means that when people are suffering economically, it means they don't have jobs. And when they don't have jobs, they can't really involve in peace activities. There is also political marginalization. I think some politicians are very rude, are very mean with young people. I don't know for which reason, but I suspect that they fear if young people are strongly equipped with peaceful means, they can overthrow them, they can change the system and bring the system that is supporting everybody. I think that is why young people are not supported. So in war zones, young people are victimized. You understand that in most countries where war is, in most cases, young people are forced to enroll into the militia. And this cannot make the young people to live peacefully. So they will become like thugs, they will become like bandits, people who think of killing, people who think of embezzling, instead of thinking of constructing peace. I think this is another strategy that can be included into political marginalization as well. Radicalization and manipulation by elites. Some leaders are keen on using young people in a wrong way. They don't teach them skills that can help bring unity, skills that can help young people think peace, but they use them for their own interest. And these young people, they are growing knowing that they have to be outside of the line of life instead of being on the right line, so that they can benefit for themselves and for their families and communities. So how can we unlock young people's potentials? Peace can contribute to young people's development for different reasons. And this is because it can unlock their potentials. The potentials, if you equip young people, I talked about this, education. If the young people are educated, they learn skills of conflict resolution, they learn skills of addressing issues peacefully, they will grow that way and they will be good peacemakers in their communities. It can also promote inclusive policies and leadership opportunities for them. When the young people are educated, they will have opportunities of becoming leaders. They will be included in the leading system of their communities. They can be leaders of families, leaders of communities. Why not leaders of their countries? So this should be initiated by the leadership in place. Unfortunately, they don't do that. Peace can cause investment in education and innovation. If people have good governments that are caring, these governments can invest in education. And when there is investment in education, young people can flock to schools, young people can learn, and when they learn, they will become empowered economically. They will learn skills to address issues in communities, and this can push them to be innovative. And when they are innovative, this is where we see boom of peace. People live happily, people live in communication, people communicate, people help each other. Yeah. And the last point is peace can encourage platforms for youth voices and decision making. So all these factors combined, they can unlock youth potentials toward peace. There is a call to action regarding peace, and this call is addressed to governments. So if governments can create a peace-enabling environment for the youth, I think the youth can be well equipped with skills that can be directed towards conflict resolution in peaceful manners. To communities, we can talk about support and trust young leaders toward peace initiatives. When young people have initiatives that can foster peace, I think both communities and, of course, the government can still support them, and which can help these young people to become very strong, to stick on peace, on peaceful manners of addressing issues instead of going brutal, going violent. So, and specifically to young people should commit to building bridges and not walls. In other words, I'm saying that this can be a way of making open collaborations between young people. Young people, may they be females or male, may they be whites or black or green or yellow, they should unite. They should unite because they are one people. We need one people, one world that is moving toward peace. So unity of young people can be a strong power that can promote peace. And conclusion, I'm coming to the end. In a word, I would say that young people are not just leaders of tomorrow, but they are leaders of today. I said this at the beginning. If you need to harvest positive, sow positive. So we have to start educating young people on ways of positive peace, so that they grow with that mind of living positive peace, addressing issues positively, and put aside brutality and violence. The participation of young people can change conflict into lasting peace. because, of course, they equipped with the skills of conflict resolution, the skills of peaceful ways of addressing issues. And finally, peace is possible when young people raise as its catalysts. So, dear friends, and I thank you very much for listening to me. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you, everybody, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mugisho. Thank you, and thank you very much. So, okay, yes, we have another segment, and before that, allow me to say the following, because for the revolution means change. For revolution to take place within a country, young people can easily do this. So it is very important we consider young people, we get to know their opinions, we get to know what they understand and what they need at the moment. And because we have to preach peace across, we have war across. So to evade war and to avoid war within the country and even globally, it is good. Dr. Mugisho has just shared a lot about young people and what the leaders should consider so that we can embrace peace across. And allow me to go to the next segment, which is very, very important. We have a guest speaker, Mr. Ta Kenete Onsum. Mr. Ta Kenete Onsum from Cameroon. Yes, let us take the shortest time possible so that we save on time, please. Yes, take the floor, Mr. Ta. Welcome. Yes, do we have Mr. Ta in this meeting? Okay, yes, I can see you. We can't hear you, please. We can't hear you. Yes. Mr. Joseph, can we help Mr. Ta so that maybe he's confirming if we can hear him, but okay. I can't hear Mr. Ta. Please, if you can hear me, can you check unmute, please?
What's the name of the person talking?
Mr. Ta. Ta
TA.
Kenete.
Okay, checking.
Yes. Ta Kenete.
Maybe he's muted.
Let me check.
Mhm.
Okay.
We are solving the issue.
Okay. Yeah, he can unmute himself now.
Yes, now, yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
you very
so
much.
much. I was unmuted, so I was indicating I was unmuted. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And after listening to the powerful talks and presentations from my fellow speakers, I really found myself wondering, what more can I add to such rich insight? But I remembered that it's important when it comes to peace building. Every idea matters, every voice matters, and no contribution is ever too small. So let me begin by saying that it is an honor for me today to participate in this official launch of the International Youth Program chapter. And the theme is really a powerful one because it's talking about, being the future, us being the future, and being the future of peace at the same time. Just days ago, the world is still reminded of the urgency of this theme. Why? Because we still recall what the Gen Z generation in Nepal did. This was very, very powerful, very insightful. I really saw how a combination of peace at the same time and violence at the same time was able to bring change. And I asked a lot of questions about this. Is it all about demanding accountability, transparency, and justice? If it's about demanding for all of this, what approaches? How are we doing it? Is it that we have to pay a big price for peace through violence? These are a lot of things that came to my mind. But at the end of the day, I said, the courage and determination from the youth speaks to a larger truth. That this generation has decided to refuse to be silent in the face of corruption, inequality, and even violence. And so what we can really understand when we gather today is that we are doing so not just to celebrate the launch of a program, but to echo that same spirit, to show that wherever we come from, be it from Nepal, be it from Cameroon, from Africa to Europe, youth everywhere are standing up as the catalyst of peace. So my name is Ta Kenneth Konsum, and I'm very proud to serve a lot of youth here in Cameroon. And I work also with young people in the Anglophone regions of Cameroon, where communities continue to grapple with the impact of conflict, despite everything. And the conflict itself is driven by issues that are rooted by youths who thought that despite all the challenges the country has been facing for several years, they were not going to stay alone. They were not going to keep quiet. And they decided to do or take actions that are very, very tough. Our theme today really reminds us of a very deep truth. Most often, even youths here in Cameroon, they say youths are the leaders of tomorrow. But who cares about that? Who cares to be a leader tomorrow when there's a problem to be handled today? Why do you think about tomorrow when there's an urgent issue about maybe debt, corruption, and all the vices that we know standing in front of you? Yes, other speakers already mentioned about us having 1.8 billion young people worldwide. And I bet you this is the largest youth generation in the history of the earth. And at the end, across the continent, we have really seen, as demonstrated by different speakers, that young people are rising and they are the catalyst of peace. And if we keep thinking about this concept, Gen Z movements from all over the countries that have been mentioned by the previous speakers, where youth are standing against corruption and all the vices, calling for justice, these voices always remind us that democracy, peace, and justice cannot survive without the boldness of the young people. Yet, it is normal. We also know that in many conflict-affected regions around the world, communities where most of us come from, youth are often seen as the victims. Questions come across: who started this conflict? How did it begin? Who are those who are instrumentalized? And so on. And at the end of the day, youths are the victims, as it is seen almost globally, or worse, as perpetrators. Following my lived experience working with youth, and including the experiences that most of us, including the speakers previous speakers have mentioned, we need to understand that these our lived experiences tell us a different story, especially in this world of technology, globalization. Youths are innovators. They are innovators. They are mediators. And above all, they are bridge builders. Now, in my case here in Cameroon, I have witnessed the case of the power of youth in action. Because despite the challenges of conflict, displacement, and division, and in Cameroon, on the 12th of October, we are going to have a very highly determinant election, the presidential election. And we have a leader in Cameroon that is 93 years old, and the governing party thinks that this leader is going to take us again for the next 7 years mandate. And this has brought a lot of divisions even within the governing party. Youths are in the front line. They are used, instrumentalized as part of the division. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of young people who continue to create local peace initiatives, from organizing community dialogues at their level to organizing small projects that support people who are displaced and even host communities to be resilient despite these challenges that we are facing. I remember one young leader I worked with once said, it's a popular statement, peace is not just the absence of conflict. But this young leader added that it is the presence of justice and opportunity. So it's a very strong call. This statement has stayed with me for a very long time, because when youth are given opportunities for leadership, to have their skills and to collaborate, they always turn their pain into a purpose. Even at the international level, I've also seen how, young projects in different countries, sometimes we feel that the issue of peace is just about, developing countries, sub-Saharan Africa, Asia, and so on. The USA is facing its own challenges. We are all witnesses to the violent murder of another youth in the USA by his fellow youth. What is the problem? It's a problem that we need to understand. In fact, the dimensions are changing. Everything is changing. The narrative is changing. And we need to understand that it's not just an issue of Africa as in the past, or Asia and other South America and other areas where we know youths have been used as agents of violence and conflict and all of that. So if we are understanding this concept, we need to understand that given the context we operate, whether young people are coming from whatever part of the world, they are the tools that could act locally and even globally. And even the idea about learning to cooperate across cultures in order to practice issues like empathy and to think that they are global citizens is what is really important. To me, this is what I think peace should mean in this 25th and 21st century, in terms of what people are demanding. And not to, elaborate a lot about what others have already said, the launch of this program today is, to me, more than an event, but I think it's a very perfect and timely call to action. Why? Because I think that no matter all the discussions, dialogues, and all we have.
Excuse me, Mr. Kenete,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
You have
yes.
2 minutes. You have 2 minutes, please. Just wind up.
Yes, thank you. I'm rounding off already. No matter all what we discuss here, it is very important that, dear friends, peace is not just a gift that will be handed to this generation. It's something each generation must fight for, nurture, and also protect. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to add my voice to what other speakers have already said. And I just hope that we together to inspire more young people to take these initiatives ahead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We really appreciate you. And thank you very much. So to save on time, kindly allow me to go to the next segment as quick as possible. And we are going to have another speaker, Bruno Segura, please. Sorry. So Bruno Segura is a young youth ambassador from Veracruz. So I take this opportunity and humbly welcome Bruno Segura to speak to us and to tell us something about youth ambassador, because he's one of the youths in this meeting, and we would like to get more explanation from him. Thank you very much and welcome, Bruno. Bruno, can you hear me, please? Hello? Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
Has
Mr.
it been
Joseph,
unmuted?
Mr.
Mr. Joseph,
please,
can you
you
unmute him,
help us to
please?
unmute Bruno, please? Yes, he can't unmute.
Thank you very much. Yes, can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, loud and clear, please.
Well, thank you very much, everyone here, and especially Dr. Ramat. It's a pleasure to be here. And yes, today Dr. Ramat asked me to talk a little bit about what actionable steps can the youth take to engage and promote peace in their communities. And I think that this is a really important point and topic because I think that we as young people, we don't always know that we can actually do a change in our world. I think that this is really important because through the centuries we've been, I don't know, on a second place on the social life. I mean, like, there's been some segregation for to young people, and we always get told that we can't do adult stuff. I mean, like adult stuff, it's just like speaking, changing the world. And I think that this is really important in our context because if we want peace, I think that we should listen to every single person, and that includes young people. So I think that it's really important for us as youth to realize that we can also make a change in our world. I mean, there's been so many examples through the history in which young people, kids even, have been able to make some important change. I mean, like, let's go not so far. At Nepal, nowadays, there's been a huge change, led not by old politicians, not by revolutionary adults. No, it was led by young people that raised their voices and started to do a change, because they wanted a better life, a peaceful life. I mean, that's not impossible. We've seen those examples and we can do it. So I think that we could, I also like to talk also about this topic that I can remember, I think was Janith who said it, that peace is not only the absence of war. And I think that that's really important because if we understand peace as a state in which we can be for a long time by respect, by empathy in our own very lives and communities and families, nuclear families, not, I mean, like, that's the first step we can take to create and promote peace in our inner circles. And there's been a lot of young people that have had a real impact in our world. In Spanish, we have a Colombian guy who started some years ago talking about politics and about taking care of our environment. And this is a good example of how young people can also make a change from speaking. I mean, in history, we've been told not to speak, not to say what we think, but I think that peace is also created when we speak what we don't like, And when we reach an understanding, I mean, like, why do we have dialogue if it's not to reach an understanding that leads to peace? I want to be short, but I also want to thank Global Peace Let's Talk, Nikki and Marta, who had lead the youth program for a long time, since like 2021, something like that. And this is a kind of example of what we as society should do to listen to all people, because young people, kids especially, have a different view of the world that the adults have. Because we see the things in a different way, and we have a different perspectives because of our age, because we are not with all those social structures in our head, and that is really important. So yes, I think that this example that this youth program has took since 2021 is something that most of the people should do around the world, and replicate this example of exercises where I don't know, doctors, PhDs, masters, and a lot of people that are experts in our topics, in their topics, I mean, can also speak with young people that are starting their paths, and yeah, treating us with that respect that characterizes Global Peace Let's Talk. So thank you very much, and yeah, thank you also, Dr. Amat, for the invitation.
Okay, thank you very much, Bruno. Thank you, and we really appreciate you. We really adore your presence to this meeting. You are very, very much important for this meeting. So allow me to go to the next segment, and it is question and answer. If you have any question, you can ask, or even if you want to post your project or share contact information, this is the time. And after that, we are going to go to the launch of the chapter and call to action. I know time is running and time is not on our side. That will be done by Dr. Amat. So if you have any question, please feel free to share. Yes, as we jump to the next segment of this meeting. Yes. So any question, please just raise up your hand. Okay. So for questions and answer, I'm going to share the link so that you can as well share the questions. After this, we can look at those questions and we answer them. Otherwise, let us jump to the next segment. Dr. Amat, please take the floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Dedan Omondi. Thank you to all the amazing speakers. It has been awesome, as if the day should not end, but it just has to end. Now is the time to formally launch the International Youth Program. And I have the honor of doing that. I stand on existing protocol as I say to everyone, welcome once again to this historic launch of the International Youth Program chapter of Global Peace Let's Talk. It is with immense pride and hope that we come together to celebrate this pivotal moment, one that marks the beginning of a global movement driven by the power of young voices united for peace. Today, we stand at the threshold of something extraordinary. The International Youth Program chapter is not just a chapter in our organization's story. It is a bold commitment to harnessing the energy, creativity, and determination of youth to foster dialogue, understanding, and lasting peace across the world. In a time when division, conflict, and uncertainty challenge our global community, your presence here tonight signals a resounding call that peace is actually possible, and it begins with us. Our vision at Global Peace Let's Talk International Youth Program, our vision is to ignite a world where empowered youth lead transformative dialogues, forging sustainable pathways to global peace that transcends borders, cultures, and generations. We envision a future where young people are at the forefront of building bridges across cultures, resolving conflicts through dialogue, and creating communities grounded in mutual respect and understanding. Our mission is to empower youth to become architects of peace. Through the International Youth Program chapter, we will provide platforms for education, dialogue, and action, equipping young leaders with the skills to mediate conflicts, advocate for inclusivity, and drive sustainable change in their communities and beyond. We are here to amplify your voices, nurture your ideas, and connect you with a global network of change makers who share your passion for peace. This chapter is your space, a space to learn, to lead, and to inspire, whether through peace-building workshops, intercultural exchanges, or advocacy campaigns. We are committed to supporting you as you shape a world where every voice is heard and every life is valued. Together, we will challenge the status quo, break down barriers, and prove that peace is not just an ideal, but a tangible reality that we can build together. I extend my deepest gratitude to our partners, mentors, and supporters who have made this launch possible. To our youth, you are the heartbeat of this movement. Your courage, your ideas, and your unwavering commitment to peace are what will carry us forward. This is my call to action. Now I call upon each of you to take up this mantle of peace with boldness and purpose. Join us, engage in our programs, share your stories, and bring your unique perspectives to the table. Start conversations in your schools, communities, and online spaces. Advocate for peace in your actions, your words, and your dreams. Whether it's organizing a local peace dialogue, participating in our global initiatives, or simply listening to someone with an open heart, every step you take matters. Let's talk, let's act, and let's build peace together. Sign up for our upcoming workshops, connect with fellow youth leaders through our platforms, and let your voice be a catalyst for change. The world is watching, and it needs your vision, your passion, and your commitment to making peace a reality. Thank you for being here tonight, for believing in peace, and for choosing to be a part of Global Peace Let's Talk. Together, let's make peace not just a conversation, but a way of life. The time is now. Let's do this. Thank you so very much for coming tonight. Thank you all for your presence. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your candid submissions. I extend my thanks also to the speakers. You've been awesome. Your presentations were great, deep, and insightful. Thank you so very much. I also say thank you to Mr. Dedan, the moderator. Thank you, Bruno, for being here. Thank you, Burkhard Hartbot. Thank you so very much. I can't mention each and everybody, but thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for doing this with us. Thank you. Dedan.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Ramat. Okay, we have taken much of your time and thank you very much for being patient up to this moment. It is a pleasure to have you up to the end of the session, and we are winding up, so we have to appreciate your presence. Yes, so the next segment is very simple. It is the vote of thanks. And I want to take this opportunity to share my gratitude to Janet and the team, all speakers who have availed for this launch. It has been a great moment, and we have taken a lot of time. Being that you are patient, we have come to the end, and that is a great pleasure. So to our distinguished guest speaker, Bruno, Dr. Mugisho Ndabuli, and Mr. Kenete Konsum, your stories, perspectives, and commitment to peace in your communities have inspired us. So remember, on a daily basis, we are supposed to learn. At least I'm very sure you've learned something. Yes, to our keynote speaker, Dr. Janet Pereira, thank you for your powerful insights and for reminding us of the transformative potential of youth in shaping peaceful societies. Yes. So I want to take this opportunity to also thank Dr. Ramat Aliu Mohammed, our visionary director, for her unwavering leadership and for championing the voice of youths in global peace building. Remember, this is just the beginning. Yes, we have a long way to go, and we have to remain united and to continue working as a team. Otherwise, thank you very much. A pleasure to all of you, and I appreciate your presence today. And we mark the end of this launch. And going forward, I prefer that this should not just end today. It should continue this unity, because we do not want to lose anybody. Yes, we want to continue as a family from now. Now, after this launch, what next? That is the question that each and everyone should ask his or herself. When you leave this meeting, now we have done the launching. Yes, what next? You need to get the answer, because we want to create the international youth program, and it must run. It will be part of the chapters, just like other chapters we have at Global Peace Let's Talk. It will form a great team. We have to form a great team so that we can also present on a day on every occasion. Yes. So thank you very much and be blessed. And back to you, Dr. Ramat. If you have something to put across, if there's none, we can just adjourn. And before that, do we have anyone who has something to address, please? If you have any question, yes, before we adjourn, I think I should not pass that part. Yes, because you've listened to us from the start up to now, and now it is your time. If you have something to address, it is the right time. Yes. And if there is none, we are going to close this meeting. Yes, I can see Dr. Mugisho has something. Please, yes, unmute.
Yes, Amandi, I don't have anything special to say, but just thank you to everybody and thank you for having come with such a wonderful program. If we consider the role young people play in our families, in our communities, and in our countries, I think giving them a place to express what they can do for promoting peace and development is very, very important. So I think, as you said, we have to look at how we can proceed with this. What will be the next step? This is what all of us have to think about and make it a great success. Young people are very, very important. We appreciate them. They are energetic. They have wonderful critical thinking skills. All those skills, we have to exploit them for the benefit of our communities, our families, our countries. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Mugisho. Okay, but because time is really running, and you see, in some countries it is getting late and late. Christopher Dapa, please take 2 minutes or 1 minute to say something, please. Yes, Christopher, unmute. Christopher, can you hear me? Yes, because you've raised your hand, you can unmute, take 1 minute, say something. Mr. Joseph, please help Christopher, because we do not want to ignore anybody from this meeting. And remember, after this, we have your contact. Remember, we will add you on our WhatsApp groups so that we continue with this journey. Yes. Okay.
I didn't see Christopher here. Did you say Christopher? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Christopher.
Yeah, you
Dapa.
can, yes, you can talk now. Go ahead. Ask to unmute.
Yes, Christopher, please unmute and speak to us in 1 minute. Yes, go ahead.
You were talking about the way forward, and I was expecting
You are breaking. It seems like the internet connection is not good at your end. Yes, you are breaking. We can't get you clearly. But from what I have heard, it is about what next. I have just mentioned that we have your contact, and the next thing is, after this meeting, we will add you to our WhatsApp group. You'll be part of the team, and we can continue with this journey together. Yes, I can see Charity. Charity.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I can see Charity has something to say.
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and I'm happy to be here. I'm just saying that I'm seeing a lot of young people from Cameroon, and this is an opportunity to take action. So I can see some young people I can identify. I can put my number such that after the meeting, we can already connect and start seeing how we can take action. This launch is a very great one. And like you say, on Monday, we have to take action now. So thank you. That's just all I have from Cameroon.
Thank you.
Okay, that is great. So that is great. I think we can now adjourn because the question that we have here has been answered. You can see the question that we have here. It is about, are we going to have another session tomorrow? Yes, another session for tomorrow is a different one. And if you are a member of Global Peace Let's Talk, we do have various occasions. Even before this meeting, we had another one. So we will have another session tomorrow, but a different one. Yes. So not for International Youth Program. So I think we can adjourn at this point. And thank you very much. Be blessed and enjoy your time wherever you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Can we have a group photo?
Thank you very much.
Yes.